everybody. It's Thursday. We're back. Hashtag Into The Remedyverse. And today we're starting one of my all-time favorite games, Control. Go ahead and start a new game here. Overrate your previous progress. Yes, that's the old. I hope you're excited. I'm extremely excited. I love this game.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
Love this shot of the building.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster.
That's actually an allegory of the cave.
Something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie. What is it called? The prison movie.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
But it's all a lie. Something to
that's
distract
not true.
us from the truth.
The truth is Ernest did go to jail.
We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Here's the outside world. Easter eggs. Something I've never noticed before. Okay. Federal Bureau of Control. So yeah, that whole speech starts out, it's basically just a modernized allegory of, I think, Plato's The Cave. I might have the wrong philosopher there, but just the idea that there's... The allegory was like, oh, we watch shadows flickering on the wall and we think that's the world, and then someone eventually manages to turn around and realizes there's a fire that's projecting the shadows, and then leaves the cave to discover the actual world. That's one of my favorite allegories. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, number 2 pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, such as rubber ducks or ketchup bottles. All materials under Bureau investigation is to All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your superior immediately. I feel like part of that should have been plural, but I'm sure it's correct. The way that English is weird. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of Research Override. HRA protocol activated. This building's in lockdown. And it's only 1999. They're really going to dodge a bullet in about a year.
Seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Things to love about this game, lots of narration. God damn it, hit the wrong button there. Bureau expenditures. So, a lot of redactions are in these. I'm not going to... Well, I'll say something. I'll just say blank instead of redacted, because it's easier. Expenditure summary, Executive Sector Q2. Major staffing, surveillance, blank. Data center initiative, construction, blank and blank. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, blank. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. Cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5 for 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. I love these. I love these forms that we find that are like... they're just like boring corporate nonsense TPS report type things, but they're wrong. They're just like weird, and I love it. I just love it. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. That is Matthew. I can never get his last name right. Hoera, the voice of Alan Wake. That's the actual voice actor. What's Beth Wilder doing here? Yeah, same actress as Beth Wilder from Quantum Break, both for the model and the voice. Our Bureau at Work. Director, Zachariah Trench. Not 100% sure about the model, though I think it is, but at least the voice actor for Max Payne was also Thomas Zane in
Federal
Alan
Bureau
Wake.
Of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Posters on the wall, great. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from Security Department. Some Dharma Initiative style protein bars, fibers bars, crackers, potato chips, pistachios, trail mix. Big fan of that. It's a goofy presentation. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all blank. Sorry, voice is a little weird today. There was a zoom. Blank, a shark in his blank, although secure, blank, permission to blank, following basic protocol blank, shoot to kill blank. Good luck. This game just letting you know that, this one's gonna be weirder than usual, like Beth said, or, Jesus, like Jesse said. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello! As you should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. It's a good way to throw some important names in there, start planting them in your head.
Hello?
Nothing in here, just an office.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very
This man
good.
is extremely
I'm
Finnish.
the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you out.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
So, a few things just happened there. One, I love Ahti. Two, I love that little welcome to the oldest house menu, that just a little quaint sound effect that kind of comes along with it. Just, lovely style. Two, that's weird. How did Ahti reply to something I said in my head? Anyway. And despite the fact that we went straight, we have somehow come out the other end of the same direction. Except now, there's an elevator.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
We sure will, Jesse. Starring Courtney Hope. I could be wrong. I feel like there's supposed to be music. There's like creepy sound effects, but maybe that's all it was. I did have to turn off the licensed music thing again, unfortunately. There's one thing later that I'm gonna probably turn it back on for and take the risk, but we'll deal with that bridge when we come to it. I forget how much I like this opening video.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Reminder, are you drafting any public-facing material? While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his/her country. Regret. Proud/pride. Will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska. Scissors. Blood/bleed. Loss. Apologies, sorry. Welcome to the oldest house. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. That alarm probably has to do with these warnings. Probably. Oh, I have no clearance. That makes sense. Just got here. Investigate the noise in the director's office. Office of the director, Zachariah Trench.
Shit. Shit,
Oh.
shit. You want me to
Oh, I
Pick it
bet
up? The murder weapon?
that was the noise.
Really?
Yeah, sure, let's pick up the murder weapon. Testing, testing. We are broadcasting from the pyramid/other. Only the director can wield the gun/sword/intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Only the director can bind the service weapon and live/die. This is your ritual challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
Where am I?
Bubblegum, Polaroid. All, none of the above. These are the concepts, tattoos we see in your minds. The service weapon, it has many forms like the house prison you occupy. Hey, there we go. I remembered how to do that. Control the gun, house. And welcome to one of my favorite video game weapons ever.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Yeah, but like a really cool. Destroy the copies targets. Earn, become. I didn't catch the rest of that. Bad shot. Hang on. Ammo recharges on its own, no reload. Don't want to let it fully run out of ammo, because then you're kind of stuck until it fully reloads. Please go away. Please. Thank you. Donkulus homunculus over here. Oh, what the hell? It's got a gun. What does the traditional reload button do in this game? I don't remember. I think it's my interact? Yeah. We wield the gun, you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director.
And duty.
Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Really?
Things have quieted down
like it's
outside.
cool,
Is it safe
but
to go?
a dead guy. gotta worry about now. Always so impressive to see how Remedy's presentation has grown over the years. Oh, absolutely. In no small part, thanks to their engine that they've built. Like, they really know how to get it to do anything they want now. Yeah. Oh! Forgot about that. This is the same hallway I got here at.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Live action.
Let this happen. You can't 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 let this happen. You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Bureau Archivist, collect a bunch of collectibles. That's probably saving some from my previous playthrough. Field research on Hiss Entity, Hiss Corrupted Security Guard, confidential. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption. While the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns, they have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. Also, here's a photograph of Trench. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Service weapon. Service weapon, OOP-1KE. Containment procedure, no unique procedure. Description, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound to individuals seeking the role of blank, assumed director. The object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history. Blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vera Nostra, all weapons that blank of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blank. See Dr. Darlin Presentation 11.1 for more details.
Objects
Here's the
of
full
power
presentation.
can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
How literal is that firing? Materials. Jukebox down there.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline.
One moment, Mr. Ghostman.
The dead man. Okay.
So, if Alan Wake we had the Taken, in Control we have the Hiss soldiers. We'll learn more about the Hiss later. So, I'm gonna hate saying Hiss because of the way my mouth works. And I don't... Oh, and I'm dead! Huh. Have to play a little more defensively. Collective subconscious? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jungian psychology all up in this bitch, Caitlin. You'll love it. Dr. Darling, a genius sylph, scientist I'd like to fraternize. Fraternize. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. I'm an English major. I know words.
The hotline.
Miami.
Secure line of communication.
Baseball bats. Chicken masks.
Reach the hotline.
Good soundtrack. Stop! 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 Is there a... Gotta remember all the controls. Oh! And I'm dead! How do I... Crouch? Is there a crouch? There was a crouch in, Quantum Break. At least if I threw myself up against something. Pardon, folks, this will only take a few moments to remember how to play this. There is no crouch. Hit every button. That's how I switch. And that's how I crouch. Okay. Let's switch this to this. And there's my run. Excellent.
Secure line of communication. Guidance.
This will help.
Reach the hotline.
The dead man. Okay.
Heal, heal, heal. Enemies drop those little blue bricks that I can pick up for healing. Very good risk-reward system there of I need health, but might still be under attack. Do I run out and grab health? Or do I stay behind cover and try and combat my way through it? So it's a good mechanic. It forces me out of cover, or forces me to make a decision about whether to come out of cover or to heal. Very big fan of it. Also, a very satisfying little click whenever you pick those things up. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations for 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. It's unofficial communications. Oh, yeah. Hi, floating bodies. Love the photo mode in this game. You can get some real great, just creepy, bizarre screenshots of stuff like this. It's very cool. Also, if you listen to them, they're talking. Let's see if I can get... They're all mumbling stuff. It sounds like nonsense. Ooh, I love that right there. That central executive, just that big fucking font, just take up the screen. That impact sound. Ugh.
Everything in this place.
Is the hiss your enemy?
Alright, it's our enemy.
Federal Bureau of Control. How do you handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby? Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviant, see provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Spinning out of control? Yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Reminder to all staff. Food theft in the refrigerator... food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Socks and ballerinas live at the oldest house. A book club. Oh, office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal reasons. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. I think there should be something on these whiteboards, and I remember there was a bug for some versions of this game where shit wasn't showing up, and I hope that's not happening here. Urban legends are... examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank in popular culture using Blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on blank. A pair of scissors that consume human blank through 2 punctures on the blank. These details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 493-6942 for full report. Every game needs a photo mode? Absolutely. That's probably trying to play some licensed music and it's not coming up. His soldiers. Supposed to drop down there and fight them, but I know better. Now I drop down. To get the rest to spawn. Recharge. The little guy.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Thank you, smoking man.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
I love this effect.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With...
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
We love Emily in this house.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out. has burned
That was
too
supposed to
deep.
happen.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse,
Just
over
like
here.
your charge.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough.
In this town.
Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun,
Bruce never
an
cover
old
anything
Bakelite
up.
telephone, a direct
Yeah, no, they're
line
all
of communication
perfectly
between
innocent
the
and on the
director
level.
and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of his sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't
Tommaso
think he had
Ciampa?
an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye
So
out.
he's dead as a brick. A brick that can throw itself at your head.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now.
Ah, love this shot.
I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world.
A part
What
of
scares me
this
shitless is that I finally
world.
found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Look at that shining ass carpet. But it's also a maze. Oh, this game is so good! Atmosphere like no other game.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come
Cookie
from?
time!
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Just start referring to the hiss as
You
COVID.
mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. Yeah, you've seen it. It
Made of
transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep
Good
hearing him
framing.
in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
In case I need to pistol whip someone.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly?
An oop.
This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of
Oop.
power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she
Basics.
memorize this?
Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Ooh, intrigue.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
The wall of dudes. That'll be my painting soon, someday. So, what to talk about? First, let's see, over here. There's another character. He might not be here yet. Well, do a save. No offense yet. So something to mention, Jessie said she is from, can't go wrong with her current one. I mean, it's a classic, right? But there's some fun outfits that we'll find later. Oh, document. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding areas will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or blank or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently within inside. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the oldest house refuse to be blank. Some weird shadows being projected in here. That's weird. Huh.
There it is again.
So
a welcome message.
Jessie mentions she's from the town of Ordinary, which, if you joined me after Alan Wake's American Nightmare, you might remember from the blog we read, This House of Dreams. The setting for that was in the town of Ordinary. Again, written in 2012, this game came out in 2019, so there's been some long play here. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lounge. Accommodations, $831.29. Meals, $714.84. Gasoline, $295.12. Minibar, $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Note, the boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Apparently, someone is on the hunt for something called the Ocean View Motel. That's a hallway we don't go down. Oof. That noise is oppressive here. How's the sound balance, chat? I don't know how much I can do about it, but I can look if it needs to happen. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Reloading. Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Would the oldest house be better if all the gunshots made a pew sound? I don't know. But I can't say it'd be worse. Anything to pick up. Look for the pickups. Pick it up, up it. So this game structurally is a lot like a Metroid. A lot of branching areas that can't always access. I think it sounds good. Biggest issue is to try to avoid breathing into your mic every now and again. I'm trying. Havana, AWE 48. An auditory event occurred in the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported and outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for blank minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off by the embassy staff who were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file A185 for details. Fun fact, this is actually based off an actual event that occurred in Havana in, I want to say 2017, 2018. If you look up like strange Havana sound, something like that. You'll probably find it. Oh yeah, 9/23/2017, Bene Cuba. It's a very interesting thing that happened. This is Hiss barriers. Basically, they use resonance field to protect themselves, and I have to use something impactful to get through it. Regular bullets don't really. Oh, nope, we don't go in that room. We do not go in that room. There's a sparky substance in there we don't like to touch. Of the brutalist architecture, the can't reach big blocky concrete stone rectangles and squares. Love the mixture of plants in with it too. It's an interesting look of completely unnatural with natural. Communications Department, Dead Letters Central. Second. I need to get this way. Dead Letters. It's an ominous name for anything. Especially when it appears like that. Oh, I see you. It's always nice when you can see the soldiers floating like that. Get a bit of a jump on them. It works out to pay attention. That's a grenade. Hiss know how to throw grenades. No, they can't get to me through here. Hiding? Correspondence. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones that anyone knows. A new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on this envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. There they are. Very resilient. This is purposefully difficult. Num hell. Cleansing the control points. Again, love this effect. Navigate through the communications department. I skip that because the videos tend to skip parts and I like the close-up.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
I love Dr. Darling.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch code.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Locked door. Stairwell leads over here. Some stuff over here, though. That was too far. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have a great dead man telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. These are dead letters that the FBC has received. Is there a branded Control coffee mug you can buy? It's sold out. That is unfortunate. Why haven't we thought to look for that before? I'm sure you can find some FBC branded merch somewhere. Book club. Oh, this is a bit of a long play story. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch, not brunch, will convene in the usual spot in the corner table of cafeteria at 5 p.m. today, or on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. Oh yeah, no, it's bugged. I'm fairly positive the blackboards are bugged again. Oops. Ammo refund. Ammo cost. I'll take the ammo refund. I prefer a book brunch. Right? It just sounded like too good of an idea not to be the thing. Caitlin, husband, can one of you two look up anything about the whiteboards and Control not displaying on Xbox Series X? And meanwhile, we'll watch something terrifying.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. They blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fart person.
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Yeah, Threshold Kids is terrifying and I hate them. Confidential and Children both start with C. If I zoom in, it should show up. Oof. Graphics mode? This mode makes the whiteboard reflectier. Ain't what I'm looking for. Is that the console version, or is that a PC issue? Let's go back to performance mode. The ray tracing is not great. More frequently reported on console, but it shows up on PC too. Oh, it's an Ultimate version issue. Man, they still haven't fucking fixed it? Well, that's a bummer, because that means we're not going to be able to read any of the fun stuff on any of these whiteboards. And there's a lot. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem and now got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. It says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house 'cause of the fish and you got to come to handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Yeah, that's just a Funky Boogie Bash, buddy. They've all got the devil inside of them. They all fly around the house at night and cuss. That's a feature. I hate that there's no solution to this. Federal Bureau of Control. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections on related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranormal events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system that allows us to analyze letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So, thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. New metaphor for Finian's anxiety unlocked. The devil song fish. Do as you're told. Don't eat the mold. The smallest amount of mold can cause serious harm. Contact security immediately. You to display. Beating it up didn't do anything. Neither does shooting. Come at it from an angle. Why, yes, I do have anger management issues. Why do you ask? The devil's inside him. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty true about Finian. Please, I just want to see it. I love how all the drawers, like, freak out. It's my pulse punch. The interactability of objects in this game is very fun. Alright, let's move on. Can't believe unlocking several teleconnect glass and SCP clips into the clipboard didn't fix the way. I know! It's very upsetting. Going up the stairs, going up the stairs. Ma'am? Going up the stairs, going up the stairs. Opening up the security box, taking house memories. What does that mean? No one watches me. And if you're curious, shooting people dissolves them. Eventually. There we go. It's okay, they're already dead. Also a good way to shut those voices up if there's a lot in the area. No cameras! Fire extinguisher from the wall. Explosive. Video game. Vending machine. Pack of cigarettes. Coffee machine. Very old-timey office building we got here, and I love it. In fact, the oldest town. Oh, that is a lot of blood. That's even... Oh! Oh! And he's dead. Killed by pneumatic tube pods. That is a hiss wall. Don't touch those.
Object of power. Except the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Undefined reading. This have control of an object of power. That's whipping shit at my skull. It's like American Gladiators up in here. Come here, little disky. Out to curse and hiss. To gain launch telekinesis, teach us to believe directly.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
New power. Incredibly satisfying. Telekinesis. Launch align the cube thingamajig into the hole slot to advance score. Destruction in this game is very, very effective. Destroy the copy's fake makeups with your new ability, Girth Burden! comes the real meat and potatoes of the combat in this game. That little white bar in the middle of the screen there, that's my kind of telekinetic ability bar. I have to basically balance my ammo with that bar, kind of swinging back and forth, creating dynamic combat opportunities. Well, that guy's really well hit. Hit him! There we go. The hiss noise is burrowing into the astral plane sacred base. You must stop mute them, Director. The floppy disk is now bound delivered. The hiss antagonist is seeking your astral plane.
You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just
Special
like
delivery.
Right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Special delivery. Oh, there's someone up here. Explosive. Where are you, hissy boys? Looks like the action's really blowing up. Ow, that hurt. I probably deserve that. The trajectory on those things isn't always quite what you expect, but usually does the job fine. Can't enter that door. Yeah, so this is the real combat experience in this game. Much more impressive. If Quantum Break was all about playing with the time mechanic, this game is all about playing with the telekinetic abilities. And when you have a bug in your code at work, bring an internet window with a PNG of a gun near it, and it makes it work immediately. I mean, it should work like that. Maybe try PNG of the service weapon. Should do better. It's not just a gun, it's the idea of a gun.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Physics. Oh, hi, you just spawned right in front of me. Mailbag! Stool! I should have yelled, have a seat. I'll have to remember that for later. See, it's too late now. I like shutting the hiss up. Information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing a story about the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blink. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Case file. Oh, floppy disk. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description of para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Background: stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contains launch codes to blank missiles, believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. This demolition experts, yeah, they launch missiles. They're assholes. Hiss Rangers, advanced Hiss with better logic and weaponry. Para-utilitarian. Think of that phrase as basically a person capable of supernatural powers. Acquiring and or using and supplementing already existing powers to that extent. Also, I like that when you don't have an object particularly nearby, it just sort of rips a piece out of the floor. Very fun detail. Mail room, pneumatics, dead letters. Yeah, one of these whiteboards has something very important on it, and I can't.
This must open the door.
Oh, hey, it's a security key of some sort. Rate of fire boost. Yeah, that's what I want. No, not a rate of fire boost. Efficiency. And there was personal mods. That's right. Energy boost, health recovery per elemental pickup. I like an energy boost. Health boost pickup doesn't matter when I die because I couldn't throw anything. Is my personal way of thinking. More throwing, less dying. The ladies' room. Kinda dark in there, so I'll just assume there's nothing I need. The men's room. Also, way too dark. Shelter. Maxed occupancy 6 persons is... Is radio supposed to be broadcasting something? Is it just music? It's copyrighted?
America Overnight.
Let's get a
Mystify.
better quality to that.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr.
Phantasmagorical.
Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Haunted.
The smell.
Ordered in room 47. Ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me. No chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster
like
is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back. The airwaves for more than 29 years.
And America Overnight is the result of a division. God, there's really something important. Oh, this one showed up. Holy shit.
Callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices,
oh, God, that's gonna keep reading, isn't it? I'm gonna go grab some stuff, but I'll be back to that.
Friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story.
Clearance level 1. Excellent. Shoo-pow! Can I shut that thing up? That's not my computer. Oh, I can. Good. Alright, let's see. How did I get it? There we go. Somewhere among the line, things went weird. No one was sure how this happened. Oh my god. Where are these? You guys, I cannot concentrate while you are talking. Thank you. Alright, where were we? It was something called... Who is making the echoing? You guys. I cannot concentrate. Ugh, so annoying. Alright. Something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself, there were a lot of stories. Everyone had a theory of how it happened, of which maybe the weirdest... Oh god, I can barely read that. The weirdest and perhaps only fittingly singled out were... Here was the talk about a strange golden space helmet. Oh. Ah. That space helmet that someone had found in a secret research project to replicate and manufacture those helmets. God, this is really hard to read. It was said that the helmet opened a way to another place. Different from this one, but whatever the other was actually... But whether that other was actually a place or just something that came over you when you were wearing it, no one knew. Not even the scientists in charge of the project. In any case, or so the myth went, the helmets or the people trying them on brought the other closer to here, and things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics and religions and time and space, just stopped working like they used to, stopped altogether, or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, but most people died and disappeared, and in some places it rained flowers, and in others blood, and sometimes the other was very close, and everything rippled and warped. Warped as something big as the other passed close by, and sometimes it was even almost man, I lost track. Almost like the old times, in times people adjusted and adapted, and learned to use the new things to fix some of the old, but mostly, as time went by, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone, at least everyone who believed in the myth, thought that the golden helmets and those who wore them, were bad, and they seemed to have a point. Jesus, that was so weirdly written. For those in the for those in the golden helmets, even while they were hardly ever seen anymore, were often on those rare occasions doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strange abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the people. I can't read that. Rose to fight the bad things. There we go. And there were lots of these bad things, and lots of good things as well. But now, even more than before the other, that's where things were ambiguous and never simple or clear, and people barely could tell good from the bad. In any case, things went on, and it was almost never boring. Who wrote this? Report to Dr. Darling. So that was a lot, but that is providing vague background information on, I believe, the board. Clearly also through the method of somebody's rather insane rambling. So can I get to here? Yes, I can. Oh, is this? No, what is this? Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. The process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays this way, or the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understands how this mess works, okay? Signed, Marshall. We love Marshall in this house. Yeah, we don't go into that room right yet. Boy, those his people love to talk. Mail room. They fly now? I can't believe people say things like they fly now. It's so cringe. Alright, take a second. Think this through. Oh! I think I blew something up against the wall. Part of the problem when you do the catch and release of the telekinesis is if you don't pay attention to what you grab and you release it at the wrong time, it just hits the wall next to you. It's a bit of a dance, this whole combat situation. Okay, good. Oh, I fell!
Great.
That's my head. I should have tried to divert that. Yeah, the combat in this game is a little unforgiving. A little tough. I probably should turn on some kind of easy mode feature, but I like this game too much and want to play it the correct way. Also, playing Alan Wake and Quantum Break on easy has given me some very bad habits that I need to get rid of. Just punch him. I help his baby health. Yeah. I remember this fight being, like, weirdly one of the toughest fights in this game, and it's kind of for that reason, is I just have no upgrades or health. Because this guy is kind of presented as a boss right now, but deal with these things a whole lot later on. So you gotta work on that whole directional input thing. Not like how close he is. Oh, there's one upstairs? Come on, game. I always struggle on this boss fight. But it makes me better at the game. Is there a skip? No.
Great.
Big problem wasn't getting enough cover. Nope, should not have stayed there. That one upstairs good. There we go. I love when games tell you how to survive in the loading screens after you die. Hey, we realize you're struggling. Here's how to not suck.
The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Sometimes that can get a little frustrating when it's like, hey, did you know if you get hit, you get hurt? Like, yeah. I do. Thanks. It's like that Wii Fit balance board. Hey, did you know if you don't eat a lot, you lose weight? Isn't that weird? Shut up, balance board. I know. That's not stopping me. Any items? I think I can unlock this door. Hey. Now I can use that door later. Should the need arise.
Alberto to...
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Alberto Tomasi.
Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Now he's a floaty asshole. Butte Summary, AWE 17. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house X days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during the incident. Got a lot of those screens in Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah. Yeah. These guys are assholes. They fly around. Yeah, I get used to their little duck and weaving nonsense.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Once again, the Havana, Cuba event was a real-world thing that happened. Look it up.
The hotline can't be far now.
Hence the incessant ringing. Item. Materials are used for upgrades later on. A little bit of that hotline ring. Hotline security logged. All visitors must check in. Director Trench, blah blah, Bill Everett Custodian, Trench, Everett, Trench, Everett, Trench, Everett, Carol Bishop Custodian. I have a different custodian on October 26th. Curious. Recognize that name at all? It's just the Tomasi. Yeah, okay.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the black pyramid.
Notice, Ocean View Hotel and Casino entry point. Catalyst, light switch. The law of 3 applies. Stand here. Makes the lights all funny.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
This door has a spiral on it. This door has a weird C within a larger backward C with a line connecting through them. This one has an upside triangle. This one has a fully darkened out upside down triangle. This one is a square set of boxes. This one is 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the middle. Whatever are their significances? See America. Welcome to Montana. So apparently this hotel is somewhere in Montana. Lassen Volcanic National Park. Texas. Braniff Airways. Can't quite leave. Which is weird because there's a ladder outdoor. Oh, this old-timey fridge and cigarette. More weird black lighting. Rooms 222, 24, 26, 27, 25, and 23, and then a door leading to casino. Let's see if we can get some service here.
Hello? Anyone here?
It's weird it opened a door. Huh. Now, surely if I just, ominous.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Perhaps that is where we should go. Doorbell just opens doors for some reason. Can't go back the way we came. I'll have to use this door. Is that a picture of me leading in the hotline chamber? A 2, 3, and now there's a bridge. Love that instant teleporting. The hotline seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. Complete the astroplane challenge. Oh, those fucking things. Game, that's not fair. I haven't met these yet. You can't. Oop! There was a hole in the floor. Oh, I can't wait to get my power-ups. So, all in all, not sure what these things are. But they kind of remind me of the shifters from Quantum Break. Well done, Dial Director. You can contact us past services in the Hotline Collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Okay, that was a weird call. And nosebleed.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino. They discovered a room key by performing a ritual seam file, MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of the writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly the link operates is blank, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blank. See Dr. Darling Presentation 24.3 for more details. Hotline. Object of containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except by the director. Description per utility. Object is a 1960s-era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origins remain unknown.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Talk to us, Trench.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud
Ring-a-ding-dinging.
the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I've think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget.
ADHD be like.
Hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me.
I love this like weird echoing within an echo repeating
The only person who
image.
should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Last one of these for now.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
He said it. There's a really good bit here where Trench is at like a work function, like a party. Someone just walks up, like New Year's Eve. Someone walks up. They got the hat. They got the wine. They got a little party blower, and they're like, "Hey, Trench, how's it going?" He says, "My body is exhausted. Pain is all that I feel now in my bones." I was like, "Oh, okay." You are the director now. We expect independence. Dependence. You are authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. I love the board. I love their weird double speak. Is this stairwell here before? It's not. And secret door to the director's office. Which is weird because Trench's body is gone, but the blood's still there. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Another thing to point out, in this game, they're referred to as AWEs, Altered World Events. We saw in Quantum Break, the letters AWE spray painted on one of the walls, which is interesting because we know that it was Beth who did a lot of spray painting in that game. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. We also saw the letters AWE back when we read through the House of Dreams blog. In her dream, a man in a suit showed up with a badge that said AWE. It is believed that that is supposed to have said FBC, but at the time, things weren't set in stone yet. Trench made a hit tag team from the WWE. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but your reading of him is very similar to the Master from Fallout. Of him or of the board? I don't remember how the Master is, but isn't he kind of quirky? I'm just trying to do my dark, raspy noir voice. Oh, the board? Not intentionally necessarily to the Master, but yeah, I mean, same kind of thing I'm going for. A little bit of Prang and a little bit of Skeletor as the opposing voices. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty last week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and his colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. As chilling as it is to ever read something like that, it's extra chilling having gone through the part where they describe how to write those letters in a uniform fashion and reading over the words you should and not reading the words that you shouldn't use. Oh, hey. Man, they are quick on this painting hanging. Jesse Faden, that's me. I'm already on the walls. There's a jukebox down there. Doop-a-doop-doo. Doop-a-doop-doo-doo. Dub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub-doo-doo-doo-doo. Open up the shelter, find out what's inside. It's a mystery box. Undefined reading. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Duluth. Can we to look up Duluth and see if there's any weird encounters mentioned there. I want to say it's a town in Iowa? I could be thinking of another town, though. Cannot force these things to identify. Yeah, those must have been playing some kind of specific music, because I swear they used to play something. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power and their para-utility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of their abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the blank object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of blank, while others are only capable of as little as blank. See Dr. Darlin presentation 1115 for more info. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some blank exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darlin is still considering this request. Doing some exploring, seeing what I can find, anything handy. Useful objects, secret files. Just articles. Examination of paranatural topics, the collective unconscious. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Jung Report, page 12 through 34. Sorry, Jung. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images, shared by a massive population, is blank in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of blank exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of blank. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. Can't enter there. Higher level clearance than I currently own, which is weird, because I'm the director. Why don't I have higher clearance? But it seems to come down more to the fact that I simply don't have a physical higher clearance level badge. And no one's really available to make a new badge for me right now, because of, you know, the haunting. Examination of paranatural topics, technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmutable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too quote-unquote new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Oldest house is a bit of a technophobe. Get with the times, old house. The future is now. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. This building likes to shift and shimmy and shake.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. The hiss gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors.
She fucking rocks.
How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Department of Maintenance. Something wet in the static. The static is moist. that sure looks ominous and bad. New mission, directorial override.
Hi, Jesse.
Nothing new.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
As soon as possible. With what? We can't get any equipment from the research sector until the internal lockdown is lifted.
And see what you can find around here. Computers, documents, any measuring devices you can find. Helping Pope is a surefire way to get on Darling's good side.
Upgrades. What's the triangle? My energy? Additional weapon slot. I feel like you should have got an extra personal mod slot, then the weapon slot, but maybe that's just me. Astral constructs. Construct shutter. Can't make anything. Outfits, board, countermeasures. So these are like side quests I can pick up that give me some supplies. Ooh, what's this one? Executive incursion. Charge maneuvers. Using charge, kill enemies in the sector. What will you do when he does not awake? I don't have charge, unfortunately. Executive, service weapon in pierce mode. Enemies with service weapon in spin mode. His executive spec. Yeah. I'll take these two for now.
Pope has asked us to document the history.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
His pony brand Walkman.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Janitor's office, NSC control room.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
She said it. Out of control. You're taking me over. Shooba-doop doop 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 doop. Shooba-doop doop 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 doop. Dish! the way that looks every time. Blackrock Quarry, Blackrock Processing, Ventilation, Janitor's Office. Item. Let's see. Better upgrades. Ammo cost per shot. Rate of fire. I still like my ammo refund on hit. This. Exclusive to Shutter. Projectiles fired. Recoil. Projectile spread. Yeah, let's go with that. Personal mods. What's this one? Launch energy cost reduction. Energy boost. Energy recovery. Ooh, I like that one. Recovery speed. Assets. Just more stuff. Missions. And collectibles. We are at war. Hostile takeover. The Hiss is opposing force 4 in power. We will provide countermeasure strategy. Accept and ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We will give resources rewards for each completed countermeasure. Board's voice, I'm also trying to kind of implement the warbling effect of their communications into my voice to make it sound consistent. Oh my god, can I hit this one dude? Shatter! 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 See, again, I talk about that sort of swing back and forth. While my ammo's recharging, I should be launching. While my launch is recharging, I should be shooting. And so it's all about just kind of juggling that gameplay back and forth, and it feels so good. You know, most of the time you can kind of effortlessly pop back and forth to just get whatever you need done, but it takes a while to master the sort of just getting a feeling for what you can and can't kind of get away with in terms of, you know, cooldowns and recharging time. But it never feels bad, in my opinion. If it feels bad, it's because I know that I myself fucked up. And that's how that should feel. Alright, nothing else in here. Let's move on forward. Janitor's office.
What's down that way?
A merry chase. Investigate the strange lights in the break room. Cleanse the merry-go-round horse. Object of power.
Ugh. This place makes me nauseous.
Oh, yeah. Shade, if you're ever watching this later or now, don't look at the screen. These undulating walls will probably mess with you.
An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
an object of power located in...
always so creepy.
Why is kid stuff always so creepy? That's a very good question. Pet the horsey, Jesse. Use evade to complete this astral challenge. The horse choo-choo allows you to evade dash. Use it to prove escape yourself. Oh, right. I got the little... Jack's little time slide. Time slide! But this game's a lot more of a platformer, which I love. These gold guys can't be killed. Don't worry about them. The success, end of level. You and the horse are now bound. Friends for life! Sometimes...
keep up with me now.
Sometimes those assholes talk a little too fast. Considering I'm supposed to read them. I'm not a fast reader. And of course I'm even slower when I'm reading out loud because, you know, human body. Human bodies! Ah! Well, yay, I found some secret stuff. And now I have power. Zip! Zoop! Choo! Oh god, no. I'm gonna walk away from that. Because we're gonna watch the real thing. Right here. Lots to do, there's lots to see. There's lots Let's join the Threshold Kids! Somebody in the FBC made this show. I think it's a drawing of a janitor.
Hey, Meg! What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
Is it?
It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You
just
can
like
get
Utah.
Lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
Okay, he's holding his pencil, but she's like levitating it. I miss my home. Merry-go-round horse. Oops, 16KE. Containment procedure. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Description per utility. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when blank its path. The object is currently bound by blank. Background. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local blank reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see American Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local blank were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent blank by blank. Agents invoked Formula C5 to blank the object long enough to blank. To fuck the object. I don't know. Sometimes redaction can make things silly if you're like me and have a just terrible, degenerate brain. It's a poster of the janitor. I wonder if this is his office. And he's in that pose.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah, you think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
I love Ahti. What a mess.
Yep.
Burn the trash.
Burn the trash.
Yep.
Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Apparently his weird nonsense language, or not language, just...
It's time for a coffee break.
Hey, I can override. Apparently that is, if I recall correctly from an interview with Sam Lake, those are like weird colloquialisms that don't have context for anyone outside of Finland. Like they're Finnish specific idioms. So they shouldn't be translated literally, first of all.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
We all die, Jesse.
Explosion.
Powerful explosion, got it. Too much of a powerful explosion. Duty.
Keep the lights on.
Northmore, can you maybe just elaborate on that a little bit? Oh, I don't think he's done. Oh, there it is. Weird.
Northmore was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
I hate how fucking literal everything he just said is. Sounds like a bunch of nonsense, but in a few moments we'll understand. Attention, maintenance staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Erish. Simonomicon. The Book of Simon. God, those hit so hard. I love them. I mean, I've heard of impact font, but that's a font that leaves an impact. Font jokes, people. I got them. I got all the fonts you could want in joke form. There's some dudes with pictures.
Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Okay.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Crazy dude.
I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
I sure hope his boss isn't dead.
We need those pumps and converters online.
She knows. She knows.
I just wanted to make sure.
Well, nothing up here. Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ati, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits. But yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I found your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers. Then, P.S. In case you haven't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. Now this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. Control it. Alright, so burn the trash. That's way the hell over there. We'll get to that. What should I be doing right now? Tutorial override. Fix the NSC coolant pump. Energy converters. Cool. Cool. I need a double jump. Coolant pumps and furnace chamber. That's central maintenance, is that? No, I don't think that's what I want. Energy converters and pumps. Oppressive red lighting. We got exploders here. Discharged. Yeah, I hate those. They're screamy, they always catch you off guard, they come at you from corners you're not looking, and they explode for a ton of damage. They are terrible. Let's see, power plant. Just the door just came through. This way.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
And that's where we learned a functional recurring mechanic. Put the boxy block back in its socket and get the power. flyboy and some screamers. Where did he go? Oh, he's right above me. I hate it when I cannot see where these guys go. You know, they're just regular enemies, the little flying fucks. It's quite unfortunate. Kind of hard to tell on this control point because I kind of blew up some of these dishes, but my favorite details is every time you activate a control point, the dishes that are still up all like turn and face a certain direction. It's very fun. Ew.
By trash, did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material? Seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ati wants, then I'll get it done.
Dr. Pierce, lead researcher. My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe that I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? It's a sentient force capable of communicating.
It's a furnace.
And there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
You'll do what now?
I've discovered the Code Omega paranatural entity. Darling refused to allocate me.
Not that. This. That one I threw and get. There we go. Doop 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 doo, taking out the trash, burning it up. Janitor's little polka. More materials for use. Upgrading. Trash burned. Mail tube complaint. Hey, Bozer. Get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They say the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some such fuckery, and that if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. This is such bullshit. Why do we even use these fucking tubes if they just spit our mail out in some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of shit. Signed, Rodriguez. So yeah, working here sounds great. Nope, not enough to get up there. Take the actual stairs. Fine. Stupid game not letting me be impatient. Don't remember what, but there is something weird about this wall. Thought? Maybe not. Pretty spark effects. I say that because climb this thing, climb this thing. There's another TV over there. But I don't remember how to get over there. It looks like there's an opening in the floor. Maybe it requires an ability I get later. But also, like, where's that opening? Not like a hallway it's in front of. Alright, everybody. Well, it is 4 o'clock, and this is a save point. Let's go and get some upgrades. Launch explosives, yes, please. But also, health. Astral constructs. Upgrade grip or construct spin. Both of which I would love, neither of which I can afford. Some mods. Obscured personnel mod. Construct a random personal mod. Oh, yeah, these are. Upgrade to enable higher tier mods. Cool. Damage up. I'll take that. Love a good damage up. Energy increase, dodge efficiency, launch efficiency, was that 8%? Alright, I will go ahead and call it. It's 4 o'clock, my time. I want to thank you all for joining me on my journey through Control. This will be our last stop before Alan Wake 2 comes out on the 27th. So we've got roughly, bad at math, let's say 15, 16 days. So a little over 2 weeks. So we got time. I will very likely finish that in that amount of time. Though, I am being much more thorough with this, so might do a better job filling than the other games have. In either case, happy to have you with us. As always, thank you to my subscribers. Y'all's support means so much to me. Wherever you choose to do it, be it here, be it on our Discord, which now we have a command. I don't know who's here, so I'll just do it myself. Hitting Discord. I also have a link on the page here go up today. But there's the link in chat. You can join our Discord, haunt around with fellow ghosts, such as me and Caitlin and all of our other friends. Yeah, join this Discord. We talk a lot of stuff, different channels, post pet pics, talk about video games, all the good stuff. Trying to think what else. YouTube channel, keep an eye on that. We're uploading. I got to get some of the Alan Wake episodes got cut up by some weird hiccup with the streaming, so we got to get those spliced together and get those uploaded. Again, no one told me how long it takes to upload a YouTube video, and that's just like the process of drag and drop, filling it in, and then hitting upload, and then that just takes forever. Mostly set it and forget it, but it is kind of annoying. Anyway, so keep an eye on the channel. Oh, I think I did put another command in here. Let's see if this one works too. Social. Hey, don't forget to haunt us on all the hottest social media graveyards. Alright, so that takes you to our website, ghostbeachgames.com. In the upper right, you can see all of our social media channels, as well as catch up on featured videos and the such. Eventually, we'll have a merch store. That's a bit of a long ways off, considering I am dirt fucking poor. But it is a plan. So we're getting this thing going. We're getting going. We've officially upgraded our Discord, so that's all set. It was a lot of fun kind of figuring out how all that stuff works. I got a poll bot working this morning, and I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, other than that, should all be good. Just, one last thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being here now, being here later. Whatever it is, I appreciate that you took time out of your life to share mine with me, and that means everything to me. I am attempting to raid. We shall see how this works. I have been told that sometimes I am raiding a channel and then it just sort of goes away, which is not my intent. According to this, I have a 60-second timer still? I don't know what to do about that, but we'll just let that play out, figure something out here, see what happens. 60 seconds left. Yeah, so this is Control. It is absolutely a favorite game of mine. The gameplay mechanics are very cool. There's a great ebb and flow to the combat. It's not the most perfect game in those terms, but it is very unique and interesting. It feels great. The enemy designs are good. They get some pretty unique ones later on. Not quite as many as I would like, but overall, it's very fun to explore the oldest house. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a Metroid game in that way. So yeah. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. It said the raid is complete. I don't know if it actually did anything. Probably didn't do anything because the channel I sent to does not appear to be live. So I'm not sure how that even works. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some actual math on this because I don't know what I'm missing. But we'll just go ahead and close it out for the day. Alright, thank y'all. And have a good rest of your week. See you tomorrow. Bye.